Hi guys. Yes, probably you must have heard this hashtag that went viral on TikTok a couple of weeks ago. It's about this woman you see here, this black woman declaring that, well, all gingers are black. Yes. So, what do I believe? Well, I agree with her. Yup, I totally agree with her that gingers are black. The only caveat, not on this planet Earth. Maybe somewhere in the universe, gingers are truly black, but not here, honey. No, they aren't black. Okay? Huh? And if you want to appropriate another group as black, gingers, the whitest of them all, please, girl, please. Why not? I don't know. Um, Asians are black. I don't know. Or I don't know, Arabs are black. Huh? How about those? Even though they are not, but I could understand that. But gingers, they are whiter than white. So please. Anywho, I don't have much to say about this. But also some gingers. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because since this woman declared them black, all of a sudden, did I see some victimhood at play? Anyhow, without further ado, people, why don't we get right into this nonsense of gingers are black? Let's watch this.
Need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people. All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman. Gingers are black. All gingers.
I know I look terrible. I just woke up, got out of bed, saw one of the most beautiful videos ever. It was about me. I've had a lot of pain in my life. A lot. And I'm now able to talk about it. I woke up going viral, getting thousands of followers, support, love.
I can't say if this guy is being serious or if he's doing this for views. I don't know. If he's serious, well, I feel for him. But if he, I don't know. You can never know. You can never know. Just saying.
Comments, DMs, feeling truly wanted. And now it's time to talk about my story. The story of 4 black men who impacted my life like no other. From first grade to today. I've known these men for like 26 plus years. I get to talk about them and my story.
All my friends that told me growing up that I was not white, that I was black, to come to this post because you all have apparently been validated. Now, I want to preface this by saying I do not appropriate, I appreciate. And with that being said, I am not trying to woe Vicky this situation. I just want to point out a few things that validate what this woman is talking about. Now, my granny, which is my father's mother, they did her DNA before she passed away. Now, she has some Scottish, well, a lot of Scottish, Irish, a little bit of European, and Western Bantus people in her. Now, mind you, it was not much, but it was there. Now, my granny helped my...
Still doesn't make you black, honey. Just because your grandma had, I don't know, maybe 0.1%, still doesn't make you black. You know, Barbara Walters, I believe she had 9% of West African in her. Yes, West African. So if your granny had 1% or not even 1%, I'll bet it's not even 1%. Still doesn't make you black. Sorry. But let's listen to her.
Daddy raised me, and there were so many things that she used to do that my daddy used to do that I used to just think was old wives' tales. You know, just superstitions and whatnot, like throwing the salt behind your left shoulder or spitting on a broom because somebody swept over your feet because now you wasn't going to get married, or sweeping behind your feet. Now you're going to jail. You didn't want those things to happen, so you spit on the broom. And it was other things, like my daddy would not let me split a pole when we were walking because that was bad luck. And it was all types of things. You step on the back of his foot, he had to tap you on your back. It was just all kinds of things like that. And then I come on this here app and I found out that's hoodoo practices. I thought it was superstition. And mind you, Exhibit A, my hair. Now, if I try to use some hair care products targeted at white people, my shit is going to be dry, frizzy, and just broke off looking. But tonight, I did a co-wash with Shea Moisture and let it air dry. I ain't scrunch it and I ain't put shit on it. This is just how it came out. Now, I know they say the curl pattern is supposed to start at the root, but do y'all see how it flips at the root? It is not a deep curl, but it is a very deep wave. Also, I would like to point out the fact that I am almost 43 years old. I am not wearing a filter. I'm still breaking out like a fucking teenager. And y'all see all those wrinkles? Yeah, that's right, you don't. Now go look at another white person that's 43. Case closed.
Something
She almost convinced me. She almost convinced me. But no, you're not black, sorry.
Something incredible has happened to redheads and gingers. I don't know if you know, but many people of the black community have came out and said that they see redheads and gingers aligned with many of the genetic features and
Genetic
characteristics
features between
of
black
women.
people and
It's really brought up such an important
gingers?
issue because
Seriously?
many of these gorgeous women are coming forward and saying that they can identify that something is off with the way that redheads are treated by many people in the white community. And this is something difficult thing to talk about because it's not racism. I don't know where that falls, but being born with red hair and super pale skin but not feeling accepted is a really, really tough spot to be in. You get bullied from a young age, you're made to believe it's horrible, people insult you without even meaning to. Some of the things that people have said to me because I have ginger hair growing up has been the most unhinged experience of my life. I once met a woman who came up to me and she said, I like your ginger hair, but honestly my biggest fear when I was pregnant was that I was going to give birth to a ginger baby, and I didn't know what to say, and I just was like, okay. She's like, and I'm really sorry for saying this. She was like, but I actually think I would prefer a child with a disability than red hair. And that is genuinely, hand on heart, what someone has said to me. That is just honestly not even the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the type of comments that you're experiencing when you're growing up with red hair. So for people in the black community to come out and call out that something is not right in the way that people with red hair are treated, and to call out the fact that something is off, is the best thing that could happen.
So now everybody is a victim. You see, once you they weren't expressing their victimhood, but once black people said they're black, now all of them are coming out with victimhood stories. Okay, whatever.
I really don't understand why a black woman would get on this internet and say all white people, redhead gingers are black. I don't care what she is. She don't speak for all black people. And the comment section of her video is disgusting. It's all these white people who are ginger saying like, oh, I knew I was invited to the cookout. I knew I had a kinship to y'all, blah, blah, blah. And what's making it worse is there are literally gingers making videos saying that they knew that because they've been attracted to black people their whole life, that they were different. And it's making me sick to my stomach. She got on the internet without a shred of credibility, without a shred of citations, and just said something. And then it took off, and everybody's acting like her word is Lord. Those people are white. They live their day-to-day life as white people. They benefit from being white. They are not black. I don't care what color their hair is. I'm really annoyed that she'll post something like that, and of course it goes super viral, and all these white people are taking her word as law. She does not speak for the entirety of the black community at all.
This is so funny. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You have black people who are actively trying to bring false narratives in order to protect the people who have never once protected us. First of all, you're using a stereotype. Not all Irish people are ginger. Like, that is a whole stereotype. That just shows me that you really don't know what you're talking about at first. But only 10% of Irish people have red hair. So you're talking about 10% of people. But let's keep going. Even though the Irish people have faced hardship, it does not compare to the hardships that black people, you guys are claiming them to be black because they face hardship. And I've never heard anybody bring up the potato famine, and I'm honestly kind of... Anyways, but this comparison is very inaccurate and offensive. Trying to equate temporary ethnic prejudices to centuries of racialized hereditary slavery it's just not right. You're comparing a time period to ongoing systematic racism that is actively happening to Black people. With that mindset, anybody that has faced prejudices for who they are would be considered Black. There are Asians who have faced prejudices for being Asian, the Mongolians by the Chinese, Taiwan. Does that make them Black because they have faced prejudices? Does that make them Black? Like, this logic does not make any sense. The potato famine was not a genocide. These people were not forced to go into slavery. They were starved. Yes, many people back then were starved. There was famine all throughout the land. It was affecting a lot of different countries, not just the Irish. They were free people. They were able to assimilate
sister,
into white.
preach.
The claim that redheads were burned like witches for being ginger is, I don't know if you know this, but that's folklore.
This woman is
There's
just
no historic
ignorant.
evidence
Ignorant.
that supports that. You can fact check that. That is not even true. So you're just trying to use narratives to support your logic that doesn't even make sense. Irish people were not slaves, and even if they were indentured servants, like I said before, it was contractual and it was temporary. Slavery was permanent. It was defined by race. Irish people were, or gingers or whatever, in the fact that they were, because not all gingers were indentured servants. And typically the only reason why indentured servitude was a thing was because of debt. These people had debt. They were not taken because they were ginger. That's not
She
what
knows
happened.
her
They were
stuff.
individuals who had their own issues with their masters, quote unquote. I don't know the exact word, but these people were not taken and held because of who they were. They had debt to these people. The idea that y'all are trying to push that redheads were not seen as white is completely false. They have always been seen as white. Even though they were considered quote unquote ethnically different, they were always seen as white in white America. They quickly gained access to the privilege of whiteness. You didn't see them getting discriminated in the 60s when we were getting discriminated, not being able to sit at the same bar as them or go inside the same movie theaters or go to the same schools. They were not a part of that history. Being that they were indentured servants does not take away the fact that they have been in situations as overseers, as masters, because they were slave masters who had red hair. Red hair has nothing to do with race. White people have red hair. They can have red hair and be a slave master. That mindset is so stupid. Like, anyways, Irish Americans rose to power in systems that oppressed Black people and are still a part of those systems that systematically push and keep Black people down today. The Irish history is tragic. Yes, the potato famine, they starved to death. But like I said, not all Irish people are redhead. And the fact that you use this for your little comment, it just shows that you're just trying to revision history to fit your narrative. But reducing Black identity and generational trauma to claim, oh, we're all oppressed together, they can be Black because they were bullied and called Carrot Top. It's historically wrong and it's very dismissive. And the fact that you're Black and you're trying to accept these people into our communities, it's honestly embarrassing. And no one is saying that you cannot support these people and call them beautiful, but saying that they're Black and allowing them to say that they are Black and use Black American, African American vernacular and use harmful stereotypes, that's not supportive. That is not a positive way, Mr. Shaw. That's not positive at all. So yeah, I don't know what you were talking about in your comment, but none of the things that you said is historically accurate, and it's obvious that you are just putting things together to fit a narrative that doesn't exist.
Well, let's not take this into the next week. If you have alabaster skin and red hair, identify as a ginger, let me be clear, you are not Black. You never were. You never will be. Okay?
The sisters are not having it. They are not having it. So this is why I don't have much to say, because they are saying everything I would have said. They are saying everything I would have said. So yeah, and everything they are saying is true. You know, you can see these girls are knowledgeable compared to that woman. Her knowledge looks exactly like her. Just saying. Let's continue watching.
I get the excitement because, like, a lot of our ancestors from the Caucasus Mountains, they want the rhythm, never the blues. So stay in your lane. Be clear. You are not Black and you're not invited to the cookout. In fact, the person who extended that invitation returned to sender because she's banned from the cookout. I'm seeing all your videos,
Banned.
dancing and cosplaying Blackness. Like, I was going to say I can't blame you because she opened the door for it, but I can blame you because you should know better. And we're not going to pretend that you don't. So if you want to be in community, sure, do the work to deconstruct. Don't serve as obstructionist. Tell the truth, even when it's difficult and there's blowback on you. Just do that work, and it's cool. Like, it doesn't take a lot. Like, y'all, and not just you, gingers, but these, y'all get so uncomfortable around blackness. You just don't know what to do. You want to be with us and be like us, but you only want the joy that comes with being around us. That's not how authentic relationships are built. So
Dr. Umar said it best. Yup, he did. Let's watch this.
Black people have no friends. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be seen with you. Nobody wants to be considered a part of you. They only want to be black to party, socialize, and exploit your culture. Nobody wants to be black when it's time to fight.
being around us. It's not how authentic relationships are built. So you had fun. It's a couple days with it. It's over. Okay.
Y'all want to invite everybody to the cookout. Gingers are black now. We can empathize for the fact that they were bullied and not treated so well in their white community, but they're not us. If they had to choose and they had to pick a side, they're going to go with their clear counterparts.
Of course.
If a war, God forbid, were to break out, they ain't going to be fighting on the side of us.
Of
They are not going to be
course
fighting
not.
on the side of rights. I do not know of any ginger activists, any ginger leaders, any ginger allies that stood in solidarity with the black community. I have not seen any. Historically, I haven't seen any pictures of them. Maybe they do exist, but I don't know them. We don't know. Look at how he literally went into the stereotypical what he perceives black people to be. We have low credit scores. Black fathers are absentees. They don't take care of their kids. Immediately, it took all of a couple business days for one of them to rear their true nature. Not all, but enough is enough. We just watched Sinners. They're not going to come to you acting like they're your enemy. They're going to come to you like they're your friend. But at the end of the day, the truth will always prevail. They know that they ain't you. Black people, stop being so friendly. Stop being so fucking thirsty to be inclusive with people that are not that way with you. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
I don't know where this trend of gingers, redheads being told that they're black is coming from, but you are not black. And I will tell you that to your face.
The
I have
sisters are
dated
not having
redheaded
it.
white men in my past. They never felt the need to act like they were black. Yes, they have the same trials as far as being different and being ostracized because of having red hair and freckles. That does not make them black, though. And I don't understand why black people are sitting here co-signing this shit. It's just another way to continue disrespecting us as black people. I'm not having it, okay? Redheads are who they are. They are beautiful just the way they are. They are not black, though. Okay? Let's clear that up.
Now, people, let's hear this woman coming out insisting again that gingers are black. And is mad when people are asking her, where did she get her proof that gingers are black? Well, here what she had to say.
A lot of y'all don't recognize me without the scarf on, but that's me in the Gingers Are Black video. And I'm not fucking joking.
Of
Now,
course
here's the
not.
thing. A lot of y'all be asking me, oh, what's the research behind this? And this is not a condemnation if you took the jab. But a lot of y'all didn't have no scientific backing to what the jab could do to your body, positive or negative. But you want to sit in my fucking face and ask a black woman about scientific research.
no.
Y'all weren't rolling up on Fauci about all the different
No one should ask a black woman about scientific proof. Oh, no.
variants, different like scientific research, and you just put something in your body that you didn't really want.
What in the heck was she saying? Huh? Woman, that's not your lane. Okay? Shut it. Yeah, so when gingers come out and asking for reparations, I don't want to hear you and all the other people that believe you complaining about them asking for reparations, because you declared them black, so they should go ahead and ask for reparation. Okay? So Let's see. If gingers are black, why aren't black people not considered white? Explain to me why gingers have white status and you're not. Huh? I'm not. Huh? Explain that. White people, the minute they heard that you have one drop of black blood, they don't consider you white. So how did they miss that gingers are black? Oh my God, what happened? What happened? And sister, what happened? Huh? Maybe we should make another TikTok video explain that to me. Why? Because I don't understand the gingers are black. Where did she get it? Where she got it? Anywho, guys, that is all I wanted to say in the matter. Let me know in the comment section, people, if you believe that gingers are black. Huh? As I said, maybe they are black, but not on this planet Earth. Yup. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, ciao, ciao.